So, I was left with a thought today. Was me being bright during my childhood make my adult life progressively worse than someone who was not as bright as me? So, just while I was taking a walk today, I thought that most of us people who were bright as children were put on through huge expectations by all our family, all our friends, and all the people who we knew and who we didn't. So, if you were the smart kid growing up, or even a bright kid in any sector growing up, then I think this one's for you. So, let's think about it today, right? What happens when the kid who always did everything right suddenly doesn't know who they are anymore? That's me. And if that's you, then let's talk. So, during our childhood, when we were excelling in everything, teachers loved us, parents bragged about us. We were the golden child, right? Everybody's expectations, whether it were good, so that they would feel proud of us, or bad expectations for us to fall off in the future. Everything well put on a pedestal for us. So, how our expectations were suddenly part of our personality. So, a certain point in time comes that because of going through all those patches of life, even if we fulfill something like achievements of some kind, they had become a type of day-to-day activity, not more like an achievement or some type of passion. They just became a mode of our survival for our personality. So, if you think you're one of them, and then you must have thought of this as well, right? Even if we do something bad right now, because we were good as kid, we had people put expectations on us when we were kid. And if we don't go on par with their expectations, then we are letting ourselves down. You see, not them down, but ourselves down. Because what happens is you start to criticize yourself. Imagine your energy level when you were a kid, right? They were somewhere here. Then what happens is you slowly start to your age, you slowly start to grow, right? And then your spark in life, spark for doing those things, they start to come down. So if you're a good kid in maths or something else like sports, so the life they try to bring it to balance. Like when you have some kind of responsibilities growing up, those responsibility takes those extra space. So what you were excelling at, they suddenly go down. So those spark fading away, and the child who loved learning, now they themselves dread of waking up in the morning because adult life, right? When you hit the adult life, there is no reward, no applause for what you are doing. Like you used to get applauded for getting good positions and getting good grade in studies. Now you are expected to do it. So those dopamine that you felt while you were a children, they feeded your brain with endless amount of energy. Now that you don't get those dopamine from those rewards and applause, your brain becomes dull. You have become lonely. Like nobody checks on you. because that guy's strong one. He was showing potential while he was kid. He can handle it. And the time when you need your friends, they are not available because those friends have also been inside of circle where they see you as the one who is excelling on everything. So they turn to you for help. But who do you turn to, right? You have become emotionally isolated, and even though once you were everybody's favorite, that was a good thing. Now it has turned into a bad thing. Like, think for a second. You might be chasing careers, degrees, and lifestyle that people chose for you. Like most of the people who watch this video, they don't have even a clear goal or life path. They just took on what their parents said, or a guy who said to your parents a couple of years ago, like suppose learn IT or go to army. See, you were scared to stop running because you stopped because what do we say? Because stopping feels like failure to you, right? You were chasing those careers because you were put on those big expectations. Your expectations on you were on a pedestal. But now that it's going down gradually, because you are being a normal person, but that does not work clearly for your brain because you remember those dopamine, the brain still wants it. Now, if you try to stop on those careers set by others, you feel like a failure. So, how do we think we can tackle through this? You have to clearly say yourself first that you are not born for any other people than yourself. You are not born for your parents, not for those people who have put expectations on you outside of your family, and not to anyone. You owe nobody anything. You don't owe anyone a version of yourself that no longer exists, right? Yeah, I might have gone too far to say that you don't owe your parents anything. Yes, you owe them, but you don't owe them a version of you from the past. You have changed. Your parents have changed. Your personality has changed, and even your parents' personality has changed. So, you have to settle things down now. You have to take things slowly, right? But in this huge market, now I'm gonna go back to the thing that I say every time, the social media comparison. That doesn't let you settle down because a guy who might be in his early 20s is a millionaire. He might that have had the same potential as you did. Now everyone who knew you starts to compare you with them. Now you see, so sometimes back I discussed about anxiety. Those anxiety starts to develop now because it's not you constantly comparing yourself, it's those people too. And I think a part of this, a part of you being this way is the parents' faults too. Like, I get it. Parents really want their kids to succeed, right? And when they see kids excel in some things, they would like to share it to everybody. But that has somehow created a big disaster for you. So the thing is, you are allowed to rebuild. You are allowed to take everything slowly. The world is at your own pace. You are not going slower than the second guy. You have to redefine your success. What if success wasn't proving your worth anymore to anyone else? Just you. You are allowed to stop running towards a life that you don't feel like is yours, right? You don't owe anybody anything. So stay put for a while. What excites you now? What are you passionate about? Do it. Even if it might be silly things like cooking, do it. Just take your break and just rediscover your spark. Even if you have lost that same old spark, maybe you need a different kind of fire, right? You were never just the greats, you were never just the gifted one, and you are allowed to be a person first. Identity isn't a building built once and then stays there rigidly, right? It evolves. Every story by every story, every floor by every floor, this version of you that was praised is not the only version that deserves love, right? So, getting back and trying to put everything together, moving slow while rediscovering yourself in this fast world takes strength. Everybody will be against you because you are trying to totally phase out the whole personality of you that was imposed to you by them. It's not laziness, it's not lazy to go slow, it's clarity. Try to make some real friends, try to do something you have not done in a while, try to do something you had never done, like go on a hike alone, take a break, go to some place for 2 3 days with no contact, rediscover yourself, right? The world expected you to keep climbing, but now you get to choose your mountain. And maybe, just maybe, you don't have to climb it at all. You get to sit, you get to breathe, and just be, right? And that's not giving up, that's starting again because you don't have to live the life that others impose on you. You should not listen to any other people who don't have the lifestyle that you desire. So I might have come bold a lot today. Those things that came out of my mind and something I had done research. So if you want to add something, then you can add to it. And if you want to criticize me on something that I've mentioned is wrong, then you can do it yourself. This is a place of healing. I'm available to talk to you anytime. If you can mention it to the comments, and then let's start the rebuild.